Oh, let's do a live stream so that I can stay awake. It's midnight and I really want to upload this video that I just made, but it is rendering, so I am going to do whatever is next in my queue. iPhone 6, water damage for data recovery. And maybe you guys will come over and chat with me. Anybody that's still awake. Eastern time, 12:07 a.m. It's April Fool's Day. I want to hear about your jokes. I want to hear what kind of jokes you are planning. I want to retrieve voicemail. Voicemails from my mother. She had her voice box removed, so the messages sound funny, but those are what I want. Man, I would really love to have a phone that had voicemails from my mother. That would be pretty awesome. Let's see if we can help this guy out. Let's see. Please, bro, say hello. Hello, please, bro. Let's see if we can fix this. What are you guys doing for April Fool's Day? I want to hear some good jokes. I think the best April Fool's Day thing ever was hands down 2-3 years ago. iFixit. Definitely iFixit when they got me. They totally got me. How many of you guys remember this? It was a couple of years ago when iFixit on April Fool's Day posted they just took their entire front page and it had a giant, apple, and it said something like, they always say name your price, and sometimes somebody says a price and you just say okay. And it was that iFixit was teaming up with Apple, and because the money was just too good, and they were going to have to take down their entire site, and Apple kind of bought them out. I believed that for as long as it takes you to kind of walk from downstairs to upstairs. They had me. And then I was just like, wait a minute, no. They totally had me. 12:09, 12:10. Wait, 12:10? Where? It's 12:09. Are you in the future? What time is it there? It is 12:09. 12:09 a.m. 9 p.m. in California. Let's see. How do I do this? Pop out chat. That's not it. Let's see. Pop out chat. Where's that? Settings? No. Slide over. Oh, there it is. Pop out chat. That makes a lot more sense. I got a new computer today. Christy ordered it. We were very happy that we came close, but we did not have to actually call a man. Here's my new computer, right over there. There it is. You can kind of see it a little bit. Look how clean that whole desk is. Sunday came and cleaned it off. How was that sitting? Something like that. Close enough. And it had no HDMI output. It does have a floppy disk drive. So Christy ordered it. I don't know why she picked one with a floppy disk drive. We almost had to call for a man to come mansplain us how to connect a monitor, because I didn't recognize any of those video outputs. One was kind of like a male VGA output. Didn't know what that was. Then it had some other thing. We found some cables, got a different monitor, and got her done. No mansplaining required. Still, she didn't get one though. It's only has a Ethernet wired connection, so that kind of stinks because there's only one Ethernet cable, so we'll have to go get some kind of Wi-Fi card later. Let's see. Hello guys, how are we all today? Let's see, what else is there? Happy to see the improvement from Nebraska. Yeah, no shit, man. With the Tennessee hearing, it's so funny. I was just telling Louis this earlier tonight, that with Nebraska, we did all this planning and all this discussion and packed and, bought clothes and had it all planned out. And then with Tennessee, we decided we weren't really going to be that vocal about the fact that we were coming. Part of the whole Nebraska thing, Nebraska was done before we ever even got there. And that's the one thing that we learned. So one of the motivations to go to Nebraska was I wanted to see with my own eyes the face of Apple. And they didn't even fucking show up. So it was kind of a drag from that perspective. Let's look at this board. Microscope. And they'd already been there. They've already done their work. They knew what was what. Here's something that I learned in the last couple of days. If you go to Follow the Money, I think it's .org, then you can see that crazy lady from AT&T. Her firm donated $5,000 to Senator Christ. All kinds of bullshit like that. So they were done. All the lobbying was done. So for Tennessee, we decided, ooh, fun, long screwed image. We decided that we were not going to be super vocal about the fact that we were going to go there at all. And so we bought tickets, and it was all kind of at really Senator Representative Jernigan's request. And we bought tickets and then actually read the bill. That was a mistake. Always read the bill before you buy plane tickets. That's one thing I learned about Tennessee. So after we had both already booked non-refundable plane tickets and a hotel, then we read the bill and see the little line that says, for electronic devices installed in tractors only. What? So it was a tractor bill. And we had no idea, but so then we were just like, why are we even going here? This is stupid, and didn't really do very much to prepare. I'm going to take the shields off of this so that it can get a bath, but it was great. A, the weather was really nice. B, I got to meet some people that I hadn't met in person yet from my repair family. Hang out with Michael Oberdick is always good, and we were actually effective. Had it not been for our involvement, I do not believe that the state of Tennessee would have done what they did, which is say we're going to open this bill up to include all consumer electronics, or at least cell phones. That it would have been a tractor bill, and it might have passed as a tractor bill, and it would have not really been that helpful. Okay, let's take these shields off right here. So we're just going to do this hopefully short job and get my video uploaded so that I can get the hell out of here. Let's see. I was watching a movie, taking a break from the internet, and then Jessa decided to live stream. Sorry about that. Watching a movie, I think watching a live stream, kind of like a movie sometimes. I went to see Wicked yesterday for the first time. Really excited to go see Wicked in Rochester. And got there on time, paid for parking, had good seats, sat down, super excited. And then it was supposed to start at 1 o'clock. And then they came out at like 1:10 or 1:15 and said they're having technical difficulties, but they need like 5 more minutes. Okay. So we're just sitting there chatting, watching the backdrop. And then it starts to kind of get to be a long time. It gets to be 1:45. And then they come back out, and, you know, presumably they have corrected whatever the problem was. And we heard like little bits of music and stuff, so we thought they were ready to go. So they come out and everybody's like, yay! And they actually say, yeah, we are really sorry, but we can't fix this audio problem. Get the fuck out. What? This entire theater, it was a matinee, there were kids and buses, and everybody had been waiting for 45 minutes, and they just canceled it. I thought that was really crazy, and part of me wants to know, what was it that you couldn't fix? This is like the moment for repair to really shine. You will be happy to hear the hot air get turned off. But I couldn't believe that. And then I was thinking, how much money did they lose? Paul Daniels, what are we doing with this board? Is this a touch repair? Nope. This is a looks like someone threw up on this board after eating a whole lot of green salt. This is a data recovery iPhone 6. I bet it was a corrupted Digico console. Well, I called them. I came back to the shop and I called them and I said, you guys need any local micro-soldering, water damage, motherboard repair kind of thing? Because, you know, we can hook you up. Because they also had a show that night at 7 o'clock. And this was 2 o'clock and they were kicking us all out. So he said it was a software problem. I don't know what that means. But man, I just can't believe even for software they don't have any kind of backup plan. All right, but this looks pretty typical water damage. Let's look at it. And before we put it in the ultrasonic, let's go ahead and see if it has a VCC main short. Because we can see all of these caps are VCC main caps. I'm not sure that is perfectly crisp. There is some corrosion, probably 1V8 line under here, audio IC. And then this down here is like battery and speaker amp. That's some weird solder paste. Must be from my tweezers. Over here, looks good. Around here, there's just some mild corrosion on these backlight caps, but that'll just come right off. This is a backlight test point. Backlight at the connector area. Backlight's not going to work. But this one looks like it could clean up and be fine. Or else I would predict it to have either a VCC battery, or VCC main short. So let's just find out if it does. Because when a board presents like this, if it does not right now have a VCC main short, given the fact that I see so much frank corrosion and water right here along the PMIC, I'm going to predict that there's water under the PMIC. And if it doesn't have a VCC main short right now, I would think there's a pretty good chance it will come out of ultrasonic with a VCC main short, and that short would be under the PMIC. So I might skip ultrasonic on this one since it's for data if that's the case. So let's find out. Let's find a nice VCC main cap to test and see if it actually has a short or not. That's tough. VCC main diode reading is 0.269. That is a little bit low, but I bet that it could actually start. So for this one, I am actually going to try and toothbrush and alcohol clean it and see if maybe I don't want to put it in ultrasonic, because I don't want to create a VCC main short by disrupting the little corrosion that's undoubtedly under that power management chip. So under there, it's going to look like cat diarrhea, and I don't want to spread little metastases under there from the ultrasonic vibrations. That would be pretty uncool. With all that brown, it looks like it was rescued from the Titanic. Titanic, as long as by Titanic you mean toilet, then you're probably right. That guy's shifted. We got to take him off. Okay. I had a 1.27 booting. Yeah, I would think, I know 0.28 will boot. So this is right on the border. Hopefully we can just kind of clear out some corrosion with toothbrush and bring it up enough to hold enough voltage in the VCC main line to let it just kind of deal with that. Because if so, that would make our job super easy. And everybody likes an easy job when it's midnight. All right, let's see. So the good old toothbrush clean from days of old. No rain, says Paul Daniels. We have so much goddamn rain. That was the other thing about Nashville versus Lincoln, Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska was cold as balls and windy and not fun. And we got stuck there for an extra day. And all the flights were canceled. Then in Nashville, we didn't get to do anything fun. We just kind of hung out in the hotel, went to the Capitol Hotel. So I wish I got stuck there for an extra day. That would have been cool. All right, let's check on that VCC main. Question, is an underfill supposed to stop water from getting under there? Yes, but does the power management chip have underfill? No. So that means water goes under there on that one. All right, let's pick a VCC main cap that we can actually measure. All right, 0.302. We're in business. All right, I'm going to correct some baseband bullshit going on down here that really doesn't matter before we try to root around this board a little bit more. All right, let's see. iPad rehab. I was joking, gonna say a joke about toothbrush. Didn't think you'd really use one. Yeah, I mean, and it's for this reason, because I don't, if it's someone's data, I try to be as cautious as possible. So if there is corrosion under the power management chip, which is almost certain given the presentation physically of the water, then I don't want to create a problem where none exists right now. So the power management chip is just a whole bunch of VCC main lines right next to ground lines, and it would not be uncommon for the ultrasonic to develop a VCC main short. And then I'd have to be on the hook for replacing the power management chip, which is normally fine, but it is one of those repairs where if replacing the power management chip on iPhone 6, if it is slightly off, some kind of little bridge or something's up with it, then you can make a recoverable phone unrecoverable. So what happens is you end up making a line that, some kind of a power line gets sent down the, if it's connecting or bridging to some pad, then what'll happen is the power line will send the wrong voltage into the CPU, and that will kill the phone. So it's not something that I want to do if I can avoid. All right. Data requires bare minimum function. Working phone is a shitstorm of secondary systems. Yes, it is. How do you fix it to get the data off but not waste your resources and time over fixing it? Sit here and fix 10,000 of them, and then after that, then they become, most of the time, they're kind of like a collection of baseball cards where you have 1,000 of them, and you draw one out of the stack, and you're like, oh yeah, I know this one. This is Reggie Jackson, and to solve him, I need to, do A, B, or C. So just like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get at it. My kids this week had to go to New York State testing, which there's a huge opt-out movement, and I believe in social justice. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's bullshit for teachers to have pay decisions based on their students passing tests that they themselves had no hand in writing, that were not written by teachers, that were written by people that are publishers and have no experience teaching children. I think all that's some grade A bullshit. So I would totally be a fan if my kids wanted to opt out of the New York State bullshit testing. However, what I said to them when they asked about it was, you're gonna need to pass some standardized tests, and the skill of taking a standardized test is something that you learn with practice. So if it's up to me, I would say go ahead and sit for the test, because I want you to have the skill of just seeing how to write a test question. And if you put yourself in the kind of seat of writing an exam, and I've written a lot of exams, I used to teach college, it's hard to write a good exam. It's hard to create a question where it's multiple choice, one of the answers is the right answer, and then you have to write other answers that are compelling. If it was just like, here's the question, this one's the right answer, everyone would pick it. So the art of writing compelling wrong answers is really hard. And if you kind of think about it from a test writer's point of view, then when you look at a test, you can look for patterns or ways, or what is it that makes this answer wrong, so that they could sort of turn it into a wrong answer. If you deleted this one word, then it would be correct. So I think that stuff is a skill. I think if you were trying to pass the SAT to get into college, the best thing you could do is sit there and take a shit ton of SATs. It doesn't really matter what you score on them. Just the exposure and seeing the way questions are written will really improve your score. If you took a SAT test every single day for a year, you'd be mighty good at taking SATs, even if you did nothing to actually learn any content. I think before I put any juice through here, I'm going to probe around and see if I can find any other weird readings on diode mode. All right, let's see. Microscope is going to win out over the lawnmower or Dyson vacuum cleaner. Definitely don't get a Dyson vacuum cleaner. Those things are shitty. They're the one to get. You can go to Reddit and read the vacuum cleaner salesman, and he'll tell you all about that. I think it's Mealy or Meal. But we buy everything. So we bought a Dyson vacuum cleaner, total piece of shit. I think we threw it away. It's all plastic. It's just one of those things like Bose headphones. It's all marketing. And then we bought one of those kind of Ghostbusters ones. I thought that was cool, where it's like a backpack thing that you walk around. But that's just kind of bulky. And then ultimately we got the one that the Reddit user vacuum cleaner salesman recommends, and that thing is a really good vacuum. So I would go with that. But I think it's pretty expensive. All right, let's just check out some other main arteries here. All good down here. All good. And mostly I want to check out my battery line, because that looks like shit. And it's okay. All right, that's all. Maybe one V8 line. Oh, you can't see any of that. It's supposed to be plastic. It's supposed to suck. It does suck, I'll tell you that. It does suck. All right, we're good. Okay, time. Affiliate link in the description. Worst thing about watching Jessa is thinking longingly about going back to university. For what? For what gain? What are you going to do if you go back to school? To teach? Go be an adjunct professor. That's fun. I mean, it really is fun to teach at college. it is fun. I love it. Oh, you know what I did while I was on the plane? Unbelievably, I don't remember how this came up. God, how did that come up? Oh, I know what it was. It was thinking about who, other than Lewis, is short and successful. And it reminded me of one of my old students, Jim Izano. So I looked up old Jim Izano, and I was like, Jim, he was super short, super hairy, and just a great personality. I taught him. He worked in my lab when I worked at RIT. Whatever happened to him? Looked him up. Jim Izano apparently has become a gynecologist. Didn't see that coming. I thought that was a hoot. And then I looked up my other student, John Berman, and he is a PhD. He went and is doing a postdoc in Texas. So I thought that was pretty cool. Both of my students have gone on to do well. Both of them MD and PhD. Can't beat that. All right, I'm going to take a risk and just see if I can start this with a battery. So I need to find a good 6 battery, which I think is over here. Whee! I grew up thinking a shop vac was the norm. Well, then it sounds like you had a smart mom. I think that a shop vac is pretty awesome. It's definitely gonna get the job done. Those things are pretty great. I drug one around the house for a long time as well. Let's see. The Tar Man says, I just ordered you a new Wi-Fi card and a basic graphics card with HDMI output you mentioned you needed for your new desktop. Wow. Well, thanks, Tar Man. I will certainly enjoy that a lot more than the cane that you sent me. So that sounds fantastic. You're going to be my new BFF. Let's see. What was I doing with an iPhone 6 battery that has walked off? I just had a bunch of these things. This is going to be awesome if this fires up. And is it here? Yes, it is here. All right. We'll grab that. And grab it. Grab that. Okay. I hope you guys like the video that I'm going to be uploading after it renders. I had a lot of fun making it. It will be a surprise. It was an idea that I had that I tried to get some other folks to do. Oh, I see a low battery symbol. Yay, that looks good. And I see normal charging current. Yay! So we will let that see if that can actually charge up enough to boot and see if we can get this guy's mom's voicemails. Male gyno. Let me roll my eyes. All right, I got another funny story about male gynos. Back when my husband Jeff was in medical school, when you're an intern, part of your intern year, you have to like learn how to take patient histories, and you have to learn how to interact with patients. And one of the things that they have you do is you have to go participate in these pelvic exams with women, and the women are volunteers. So they are there because they love science and medicine, and they want to help the young generation of doctors develop compassion and be able to relate to patients. So he was super nervous and went in there as an intern to do his first ever pelvic exam on some chick. And he's just doesn't know what to say, completely uncomfortable. So the line that I remember that makes it the funny story is he starts just talking and he says, so now I'm going to just put on some gloves just to, keep everything on the up and up. That just was the funniest thing ever. I'm going to put on some gloves, ma'am, to keep everything on the up and up. So, I bet Jim Izano would be a great gynecologist. I think he just had a personality that could relate with people, and I would sure rather Jim Izano be my gynecologist than than Louis Rossmann, that's for damn sure. All right, let's see. Oh, yay! Chris Long is going to upload a video tomorrow. Did you already make it? Because I just did. It was super fun. And it was awesome. It totally worked out great. Is that iPad Air video still trying to upload? Yeah, it's never... I think I'm just going to burn it to a drive and try to go upload it at home or something. Let's see. Bedside manner. EE professor in college made me super hate learning his class. That's sad. The gyno story is cringeworthy. Yes, it is. Just keep things on the up and up. Hashtag up and up. Everyone has to start somewhere. Well, yeah, I mean, Lewis is, like, Jim Izano's superpower was being able to relate to everyone. No, it wasn't the same gloves like Lewis wears, the black villain gloves. It was the white doctor gloves. But Jim Izano's superpower was just super friendly and relatable, and he could talk to anybody and make anybody would be his friend. And Lewis's superpower is his ability to just say things that other people would not be willing to say, but are useful. Like the lady, when he said, I don't mean to be mean, but that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. I don't think I could ever actually say that. So he's always good for, exactly where he stands, and exactly what he means. Like I am making a new website, and he looked at it and he's like, I like this, but I think it's gonna be super slow, and he's not gonna say something is good if it's not. Can you just imagine Lewis being a gynecologist? No, I can't. I can't. I really can't. It's his gloves, his anger, and his hatred of women. That's the big thing. Doing it tomorrow. Should I do 20 volts? I don't think you should do 20 volts because that will not... I think you have to keep in mind, Chris Long, about the potential that someone will follow your instructions. 20 volts is going to make my job harder. What I did is going to be obvious, and therefore it's not going to make anybody's job hard. So think of something that you can do that's not going to make your own job harder when you get something in the mail. Black villain gloves are awesome. Tell Lewis to take some garlic and cinnamon and also turmeric because he's sick. I told Lewis yesterday to take some water because he was super dehydrated. Lewis as a gynecologist. Well, this looks like cock and balls. I mean, like, Lewis is the kind of guy who would just say, I'm really sorry to tell you this, ma'am, but you have ovarian cancer, and the 5-year survival rate for that is 25%. So that's it, But he is he could have been a therapist, though. He's really good at that stuff. All right. What else did I miss in here as I didn't scroll for a while? Oh, you know what? I should do this. This is pretty funny. Who knows about actually fixing microwaves? I have 2 microwaves at home. Both of them are not working. One of them, I know what the problem is. It's a door switch assembly, and I was going to order that and fix it. But the other one is just one of the crappy standalone, $100 microwaves. And it has just failed like the other day. Working fine. And then you open the door, put something in it, shut the door, and it will let you type, 1 minute, start, and then the microwave sound doesn't come on. What does that mean? Could it be the magnetron? Oh, I hope so. Wouldn't that be great? So what is that failure? Anybody know? Because if it's whatever the hell the magnetron is, then I'm damn sure gonna drag it in here and fix it because that sounds super fun. So who knows? Who's the appliance guy? Let's see. This is fucked. I want to make a Please Bro help channel where I just reboot the CPU to fix all issues and clickbait the titles. Yes. Change out the magnetron more than meets the eye. Well, do you think what does the magnetron actually do? Let's see. Magnetron fuse blown. Well, that sounds way more boring than magnetron is bad. Microwaves have a high voltage fuse for the magnetron. Well, do I get to say the word magnetron like this is the fuse for the magnetron? Check the capacitor. Sounds like the magnetron. Oh, David Rowe, you don't fix microwaves. That shit can explode. I feel like power supply high voltage section. I feel like I should drag it in here anyway and just see what's up with it. Just in case there was an opportunity to order a magnetron just to say magnetron a bunch of times. I think that would be awesome. All right. The magnetron is what gives off the microwave. Yeah, so don't you think there's a chance that when, everything else is fine, I mean, sudden death, how about this? What could have made it fail? What would be the history there? We had a pretty serious kind of power outage, power surge kind of stuff going on while I was gone. And it took out, it was right before course week, and it took out, like I had to change the graphics card from one slot to another on this machine. And a bunch of people had shit happening in their houses. I wonder if that could do something. Use it on the repair school people. Magnetron produces microwaves, which heats the food. Yeah, so, I mean, like, I don't want to just kind of associate buzzwords and just sort of please bro a solution, but I have to say, sudden death microwave was working fine, and now you can type in it and hit go, and you just don't hear it turn on. That sounds like the, potentially either the path to turn on the magnetron or the magnetron itself. Is the data recovered yet? It is sitting here charging, but this is just about longer than I want to wait. Let me see if it actually booted. No, it's showing me the charging symbol. I'm going to go grab a new battery. iPhone 6. Come on. iPhone 6. All right, let's see what the voltage is on this sucker. Okay. How old is it? The microwave? I don't know. We bought this house. We've lived in this house for about a year, and it was there as a replacement standalone microwave for the original microwave that still needs the door assembly switch. 3.69. God damn it. All right, I'm going to hunt. What model or brand is the microwave? I don't know. I haven't even looked at it. I'm going to drag it in here and crowd fix my microwave. That sounds fun. All right, I got to dig up another 6 battery. Number 3 battery is the charge. Okay. The first rule of data recovery is get that shit quick. Yeah, but I really think this thing doesn't have anything wrong with it. It might have a touch problem, but I think it's probably fine. All right, let's try a different battery. Let's see how hot this is. It's not super hot. A phone is a mini microwave. It is. Magnetrons almost never go bad. Yeah, it does. It sounds like something that wouldn't go bad, so it's likely going to be something on a power line to a magnetron, if that's even such a thing. Okay, so now we've got an Apple logo. Let's see if this sucker can boot and have touch. It's probably the coil, says Dave Rowe. I heard a woman speak in Nebraska, and since then, there's no way I'd ever try and fix a microwave. It just sounds way too dangerous. You're right. What was I thinking? You know what was funny, though, is come on, touch. Ugh, boo, no touch. That's not that much of a surprise because it had a really shitty looking mason chip. Come on. Pretty sure that screen's good, but before I go mess with Mason, I am gonna just try a different screen just to make sure. God damn it. So that magnetron lady, I went up to her after the hearing in Nebraska and just, you know, it's like this kind of like weird, uncomfortable thing where, you know, you see these people in the hallway that are kind of your enemy. I'm gonna grab a new iPhone 6 screen. Actually, this one will work. Never mind. So it's weird because you've just been like adversaries. You've just been at odds. So I just walked up to them anyway because they're there with their people and they think they're doing the right thing in their mind. So I just walked up to him and went, "Hi, enemies, what's up? Where are you guys staying? What are you guys going to do later?" And talk to her. Turns out that she's like a CrossFitter, and we both had in common like deadlift calluses. She was all right. Magnetron lady. How are you guys doing? By the way, don't watch YouTube. You're like totally going to get thrown under the bus, like way hard. Like run over and then drag behind the bus. Like it's going to be bad. Just little friendly FYI warning. All right, we'll let this one boot up. Doesn't this also have long screw damage? It has long screw damage, yes, but I don't think that would affect touch. It's in a hole that doesn't really bother much. It would have to be seriously deep in that hole in order to actually cause a defect. All right, let's see. It's never the coil. What kind of coil? What are we talking about? Coils? Coil on my... All right, come on, touch. Motherfucker. All right. All right, now we got to change Mason chip real quick. See if we can get this bitch to work. God damn it. Nothing's ever easy. Nothing's ever that... I mean, I guess that would be a pretty bad... You know... What'd you do to fix my phone? Oh, I got a toothbrush out and alcohol, like the good kind. Not the kind from the drugstore, the kind from the fancy drugstore. All right. Transformers never put out before 3 dates. Check the transformer if you had power problems. The cheap ones arc and short the windings. Is that going to be a part that I'll be able to get? I think what I'm going to do is bring that microphone into the shop and see if we can crowd fix Jess's microwave. I think that sounds really fun. Even though technically it's the other microwave that I actually want to fix, not the piece of crap replacement microwave. I want to fix the microwave that's in the wall. All right, I got to find a heat sink here. All right, let's see. Let's examine a zit. That's what this is like. Let's examine what's under Mason. What do you think? Jessa, can you try rubbing a magnet across screen 2 and see if it responds? Now, why would I do that? All right. 1 a.m. It's only 12:50. If it was the transformer, you wouldn't be getting any functions through the microwave panel. Well, I do get functions through the microwave panel. But I'll tell you what, I really love Please Bro Gene, whoever Gene is, from Appliance Parts Pros. Gene knows what's what, and Gene has an amazing knowledge base on things like this, and I have been able to fix any dishwasher, laundry machine, washing machine, dryer, that I've come across just by looking up the model number on Appliance Parts Pros. Show me the shit. There we go. Gross! Could it be a press button for 30 seconds to change the feature problem on my microwave? I don't think so. I mean, it doesn't seem abnormal in any way. It wasn't reset or anything like that. At least I don't think so. Look at that. Holy. See, this is what it would look like under the power management chip right now. And that's why I did not put it in ultrasonic. Because I mean, you can see how easy it would be if there were no short for this stuff to, like right here, look at that blob. See how like this little ball here is almost gone? It's just eaten away. And then there's this big chunk of doo-doo right there. That stuff can take something that's not short and make it short. I mean, if you're trying to fix it, that's good to know because that means you need to replace the chip. But if you're just trying to get data, then that's not that big of a fish to fry. All right. Transformers are available online. Yeah, I changed the transformer in my, I fixed the old whole house M&S whole house intercom, which was pretty cool in my old house by getting a transformer. That was pretty fun. Thought it was cool to, you know, I don't understand why those ever went out of favor. Those things are cool to be able to play Christmas music through the house on the tinny 1970s speaker, so it sounds like super nostalgic, almost like a record player. And then to be able to listen in on the kids at nap time, or to answer the door, or to yell in that thing, "Kids, get upstairs and put the laundry away now!" I mean, that stuff is just awesome. I don't know why every house doesn't have those anymore. Who was it that decided that whole house intercoms are no longer cool? I don't get it. All right, so we're going to mop the floor a little bit here on the Mason chip. So I think the crud part was really over here. All right. Now, in order to get my new chip down, I want to shave this down a little bit with low heat just to knock off a hair of that silicone so that I don't have a problem with my chip doing his little chip dance in order to sit down where he wants to. We still have an M&S intercom, says Muhammad. And I bet it's awesome. And I hope you use it tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, to say, "Kids, I made pancakes." Or, "Mom, can you make pancakes?" All right. Now, if this Mason chip replacement doesn't bring back touch, then it would have to be going on a measurement hunt, measuring what's up with these bad caps, looking at chestnut outputs. Oh, I never did look at the connector. That probably should have been step one. You just yell at Alexa to send the robot. Did you see that thing for Pet Lexa today? I thought that was pretty funny. Now your dog can talk to your Amazon Echo. Pet Lexa. All right. Just make sure there aren't any pancakes because it's April 1st. Yeah. Kids, come down and get pancakes. April Fool, ha ha ha. That would go over really well at my house, I'm sure. Actually, my kids have become incredibly self-sufficient due to the fact that their mother is obsessed with micro-soldering all the time. And my 10-year-old, when I got back from Nashville, my 10-year-old showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and he had made a perfectly cooked fried egg, which I thought was pretty impressive. He made some coffee, not as perfect as the egg, because he used some, I don't know, questionable, I don't even know what it was, creamer, but he did at least let me know, Mom, there's like a lot of chunks in your coffee. I don't really know why. Okay, that's fine. Barf. And he made a piece of toast with strawberry jam. I thought that was pretty cool. So he, I'm pretty sure, could make some pancakes if necessary. All right. So I definitely should have, gone over this connector before I declared that it didn't have touch because of connector problems. I'm actually surprised that it has backlight. Really surprised. And that's like barely hanging on. All right, let's stick another Mason on here. And then that will probably be my stopping point because I'm pretty sure that my video has rendered by now. All right. My sister's microwave is one that she inherited from my parents. And it has like a little apple sticker on it. And that is the kind where the apple's all still colorful. So from the 80s, I guess. And that sucker is still working. Just like everything, I guess. I didn't strain the milk. Nobody strains milk. How many of you guys actually even have a strainer? I remember one of my friends came to visit. She's a different kind of mom than I am. I'm the laid back fun mom that has a messy house and not a lot of rules. And she is the organized mom that has a clean house. And I remember her kid was like, Miss Jessa, do you do you have anything I can drink? Yeah, kid, drink this orange juice. Well, I can't drink that orange juice. That orange juice has specks in it. And I'm like, well, then drink out of the toilet. I don't give a shit. That's what we have. You can drink the orange juice with specks in it or nothing. That's like, just deal with it. Who cares? And she was like, oh, I guess I'll have to strain the juice. Where's your strainer? And I'm like, strainer? My strainer is at the store on the hook next to all the rest of the strainers where I keep it. All right, let's see if we can get this chip back on here. There you go, buddy. Find your own way. That was a lot of dancing, though. I'm not sure if that might have been too much party in the Mason chip for today. Let's give him a little nudge. All right, now let's just kind of see if we can find any kind of obvious short on any of these ugly looking ones. Not obviously short. Not obviously short. How about you? That doesn't sound good. Not good, not good. That's measuring at 0.058. All right, well, let me, I'm pretty sure that he's definitely going to be one of the chestnut outputs, but he might have been, the VCC main one. Let me go back and check VCC main. Let's see. Yeah, VCC main. Yeah, that's what that is. VCC main is right now 0.083. So that's going to have to come up from the heat that I put on the board, and it's got to cool down. So let's let that cool down, and hopefully that will chill out. Dr. Pepper, or isn't it Mr. Pibb? Sometimes I'll drink Diet Dr. Pepper, but I've been trying to drink what I really like is the Polar Peach Bellini water, seltzer water. That stuff is good. Did you guys know that the organic red and white Kester solder contains flux that, if not cleaned off properly, will eat the tin off the board? Lesson 101. Take notes. I think a lot of them are like that. Jessa says, always clean your flux off. Yes, of course. Absolutely. All hail the power of surface tension, and thank our daily meniscus for holding us above. I like it. All right. Paul S., you have the proper troubleshooting skills to fix your oven. Don't be afraid to open it up and poke around with a multimeter. Just remember you're dealing with a main, so be careful what your skin touches. Yes. Let's see. It still amazes me when the chip just sits on its own. Yep. Was the juice freshly squeezed with real pulp? No, man. It was the kind that comes in the carton that says orange juice on it, like everybody buys at the store. Let's see. Don't strain milk. You will never drink again after you find something. That is true. If you found a rock, you would not want to do that. Pulp is good for you. It's true. I don't know what Jibo is. Chris Long is also surprised the backlight worked. Me too. I use cream for coffee, freshly shaken, so that it's nice and frothy but velvety. Paul Daniels, are you one of those guys that has to put like filtered water in the coffee maker? Or are you one of those guys that has to use the burr grinder for grinding coffee? I don't get all that. You know, I'll drink Sanka if I have to. I like French press coffee, but the whole burr grinder versus the like kind of spice grinder thing, that's just crazy. They have to just add water mix for pancakes. Yeah, that's right. Cottage cheese creamer. Yeah, that's gross. Black ivory coffee without cleaning the beans. Chunks in coffee. So your kids are not Please Bros. Nope, my kids are not Please Bros. I bought a lightning connector keyboard to be able to take care of no-touch situations for passcodes. I would be stunned if that works. Have you actually had that work? I don't think that's going to work. Apple dropped the ball to assume touch would never stop working. You should be able to unlock your phone with a pin via iTunes. I would agree with that. You know, if you plug it in to iTunes to be able to unlock it. But it doesn't work like that. The device has to handshake before iTunes can talk to it, and that's not going to work. Classic late night repair statement. That probably should have been step 1. Yes. Doing stuff on video live stream always knocks 20 points off your IQ. Yes, it does. Does Mason chip only handle touch? Yes. You ever cook with a thermal airflow oven? No. All right, let's see if this is ready. All right, let's see if we have grown a VCC main short with all that horsing around. Microscope. It's at 0.185. That's kind of low. I'm not sure that I want to mess with that. Which one of you... I wonder if it could have bothered corrosion under chestnut. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly why I wanted to sort of avoid the ultrasonic step from the beginning. Is if you've got VCC main at 0.3 something, or you can get it there, then you should be good to go, because messing around with stuff, and it's still coming up 185, 186. Yeah, it needs to cool off. Jessa, what's your favorite makeup brand? I don't know the answer to that. I was reading a lot of stuff where people are like get really brand specific. I watched one of those makeup chick videos where the little girl she's like doing all her makeup and the dad was doing the voiceover, and it was hilarious. The dad was like, and here's this product of 15 different colors. Of course, I only use 2 of them ever and have to just replace it. Grinding fresh every time is the way to go. That takes too long. For reference, I live in a house where there's spiders, grasshoppers, snakes, centipedes, and all manners of critters roam in and out, and 3 cats. Yeah, we live in the woods. Burr grinder guy, says Jonathan Dix. I will never buy pre-ground. It's bad enough the beans don't last more than 3 weeks. Pre-ground is asking for a subpar extraction. Yeah, but when you're mixing it with, cottage cheese, it doesn't really matter. Just kind of coffee flavor. Jesse, it's the NFC IC. Probably, but I just want to get out of here. And if I have to mess with it, I think I'm just going to come back to it. Near field communication thing. Yes, he means this. There's a VCC main dot right under there. So, if I heat it up again, I'm going to have to wait again. So I don't feel like doing that. 191, 192. Wonder what happened if I just crack it off the board. Oh, that looks like I can actually even see a blob there. Let's just do this. Ooh, I know. I'll show you my new tool. This is going to be great. All right, I got this. And actually, I just listed this product just 10 minutes ago, or just before I started. Where did I put that thing? In the iPad Rehab Supply Store, which now has 2 products. And this is one of them. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's do this. Let's find a use for this. All right, I got these little dental drill bits, which are awesome. So let's put one in the good old Dremel tool. And let's see if we can help our old VCC main out. All right, so I'm just gonna plug that sucker in. And we're gonna drill, baby, drill. The new micro-soldering is drilling. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can just drill right on that VCC main dot right there. Can you see that? All right. Let's see. Could have also just taken that off with an iron, but I thought that would be kind of fun. All right, let's see what happened. I'm not sure that went entirely as deep as I wanted it to go. But I saw that little bit of copper, which is internal to the chip, and I was like, ugh, I don't want to drill a hole in the board yet. That was kind of fun though. So I think that little tool would be good for like drilling out the backlight coil if you wanted, you know, anytime where you just don't want to put heat on the board for some reason and you're in really tight clearance. Let's just check on let's just check on this. $198. I still kind of feel like it's that thing. All right, let's see. Let's see. Does this even work? Let's see. Speaking of holes in boards, ha ha ha. Triggering my dentist phobia. Jessica, can you type something in chat? How much lag there is between video and chat. Okay, lag. Does that even work? Nope. Lag. That is the lag. All right. Okay, let's see what happens. Dig a little deeper. That's pretty cool. Kind of like it. They better slow it down. Way down. I think that could be useful for some stuff. All right, let's see. 45 seconds of lag. Holy shit, there's 1 minute of lag. All right, let's see now what the deal is. I got a full short. Damn. Well, that didn't help me then. All right, let's just take that chip off then. All right. It's 1:15, so that's just about the time that I need to get out of here because and let me check to make sure my video rendered. Let's see, I think it did. I'm gonna check over here. Now I'm gonna see what happens to my stream if I try to upload, because I kind of want this to upload. Let's see what happens if you can stream and upload at the same time. Probably not, in which case we'll be done. But let's just see. Upload, select files to upload. Uploading. All right, so I started an upload. Let me know what that does to... Let me know what that does to good old live stream. Is it the iPad Pro? It's an iPad Air video with a hole in the board, and that's not what I'm uploading. How does this iPhone hold up to a billion-degree knife? Do you have faster internet than Lewis? Mine is supposed to be 10 up. I think his is 5 up, but it's very hit or miss. All right, so we've got to deal with our VCC main problem and get that chip off, even though it means we're heating the board again. So be it. Having that with these tweezers is a bitch. Pretty sure there's a resistor back there that I would prefer to keep. Let's look. See, I didn't quite get down. I needed to go one shade deeper, and it would have worked. That's pretty cool. So you can see the corrosion. Look at that. One shade too shallow. I don't know if you can see it, that sort of side view or not. Get out of here. Let's see if we can nudge this out. There you go, buddies. All right. Looks like the dog tried to bite the board now. Yes, it does. Hey, look at that. We're already at 217. 221, 222. All right. Okay, we'll give it like 1 minute, and then we'll see if touch is working. Great, we're done. And if touch is not working, great, we're done. And it's gonna go to my, take another look at this. Take another look at this shelf. Chat comes first, then the video. So what's up with does anybody in live stream notice a difference now that I started uploading? Never seen anyone use the airflow control on the handle. Yeah, I do. I change airflow all the time, but it's not on the handle. Does the NFC have to be replaced to work for data recovery? Nope. So Jessa, do you own any firearms? Me personally, no, I do not. Well, that's not true. We have 2 BB guns, but other than that, no. Apple won't let you use NFC for anything. No difference. All right, well, that's good. I'm going to click over and see if this is actually still uploading. Uploading 4%. Awesome. All right. I think I should have started that upload then. I bet it was done a while ago. Make the tar man a moderator. Okay. Add moderator. There you go. There you go. Moderator tar man. Let's see if this thing will do anything. Come on, touch. Come on, touch. It's late. Apparently I have to make pancakes in the morning. Nobody told me any good April Fool's Day jokes. That was the whole reason I wanted to stream. I wanted to get some ideas. What are you going to do to fuck with somebody tomorrow? It's the giant holiday of fuckery. It's April Fool's Day. Any plans to troll Lewis? I didn't really think about trolling Lewis. He doesn't feel good, and I've been hanging out with him a lot lately, so I don't really have any good trolling plans. I do have an idea that I didn't tell you guys about I did get another walker. So maybe we'll do that, but not tomorrow. It's Saturday. They won't even be around. Maybe we'll do that next week. We're going to send him a little gift. A little gift of love from iPad Rehab and staff. Which one of these was the good battery? Which one of these was the good battery? Let's see. Right? Always with her on Lewis's window. That is a good idea. I mean, I should probably let you guys see my shrine that I still have up. I should probably put that more in make this camera so that goes more in the background. A little shrine. Okay, let's see what the voltage is on this battery, and then let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. 3.9 sounds good to me. Alrighty. Please, not another book. Ha ha ha. I did not intend for him to read that, like just sit there and read that whole entire thing. That was never my intention. Alright, not booting. Pulling 0.5 amp. That's kind of like DFU kind of thing. Let's see if it's detected in DFU. What's the story behind the still with her notation? Still with her means people that were Hillary Clinton supporters, of which Lewis was not. And so, yeah, that's a recovery mode thing. So we gotta figure that out now. Yep, recovery mode, boo. Still with her means I still support Hillary Clinton. Lewis never supported Hillary Clinton, so he, in fact, can't stand any of that. I don't really know why it was all so polarizing, but he is in the want to throw up in your mouth camp over that stuff. Let me go see if I've got any shorts around here. Let's see. Still fine, still fine. Now here's what I'm worried about. 1v8. How are you doing, 1v8? Oh, you're all right then. 1v8. Let's check all these guys and see if there's a problem. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, you can't see any of that. You're fine. All right, so to me that points to backlight driver as a good likely reason why this phone is got some kind of a data problem that makes it think it's in recovery mode. Oh, that's a really bad looking backlight cap. I'm gonna get rid of this whole backlight area, but I really want to go home. Lewis is more liberal than he thinks. I guess so. He is a bit of a nutter. Okay. Put a sign that says free giveaway and lock the doors for April Fool's Day. Not in a small town. That would be just mean. Alright, that looks pretty normal. Just want to make sure nobody's touching in here. I just got this pair of tweezers today. Don't you like them? Look at the tips. They're already all jacked up. Okay. I guess that's what Jessa will do. What? Is a quarter what everyone uses for this type of hot air work? Pretty much. Virtual guesses. I've thought about connecting, I guess, a power supply to backlight line to get image. Well, image and backlight are not the same thing. So I would not worry about backlight. I would worry about chestnut, and I would worry about mason. And I guess I'll just take off audio IC because it is right there. Because why not? Dude, look how brown that is coming out of the top of that. That is gross. You can flip over these chips and then sort of investigate like what lines were those. I'm pretty sure those are going to be 1v8 lines. Like right there. See, here's another example of how ultrasonic can fuck with you. Rephrase to see image. Okay. If you want to. A golden dollar. I really like the Canadian toonie, I guess. I don't know if it's the loonie or the toonie. I like the Canadian dollar as well. I had a couple Canadian dollars. I don't know what happened to them, but I thought those are great heat sinks. That would have to be my favorite heatsink, the Canadian dollar. I found this channel by watching an ad about this channel. What do you mean an ad about this channel? That doesn't make any sense. I've never made any kind of ads. Minecraft and more. An ad about this channel. I wonder if the internet world thinks that the motherboard Vice video was an ad, which is kind of weird. It was an ad for Toyotas and selling Toyota Priuses. I bet that motherboard Vice video sold 10,000 Toyota Priuses because they definitely go together, fixing motherboards and driving a Prius, I guess. Oh yeah, Jessa saw the ad you were in as well. What ad? What are you talking about? Is she drunk? No. Just super tired and really need to go to bed. I only decided to stream because this is, I wanted to not fall asleep. That was a while ago. That was a while ago. I wanted to not fall asleep before I could post my video for tomorrow. And it is uploading, so I am technically done. Alright, let's see if that made any difference. If not, I think I'm gonna stop. Didn't they pay you? Who? Let's see. Your hot air sounds awesome. Does it have a Dyson brushless motor? No. Dyson is a piece of shit, so no. I like that Jessa says things like 1v8. Wait, who doesn't say 1v8? Didn't they pay you? No, man. I'm not bitter about motherboard at all. I think those people are great. I don't share Lewis's negative opinion of them in the slightest. I thought it was fantastic to do the motherboard Vice little documentary that was about, I mean, it was great. They came up here for 3 days. They were all super nice. I made Marette, the director, fix her own phone. And, you know, they were just great people. They followed us around for 3 days. I mean, we didn't have to do anything. Just do your regular stuff, chat with them. It was great. And I think it's fantastic to just kind of make a wider audience of people that really don't think about repair to think about repair. I mean, I can't possibly imagine why I would ask them to pay me to do a documentary. That doesn't make any sense. If, you know, the whole point of documentaries is to capture someone's story, and if you're being paid, then you're gonna tell the story. You're gonna tell some story that you think will sell, and that's not the point of a documentary. Now, what Lewis was gonna do was a show, like entertainment show, where he was gonna regularly have to show up and come up with content and be funny, and the intent was for them to sell that as entertainment. It wasn't really a documentary for awareness. So I would have thrown away that ridiculous deal that Vice gave Lewis, but that, you know, I don't have any interaction with TV Vice people. But I love Jason and Jason's articles for Right to Repair from Motherboard Vice. I think they're doing great. I don't have anything bad to say about those guys. But no, of course, and I the only thing I'm going to do with all that is I am going to steal my own little documentary and put it on my new website. A little clip of it. Thinking of streaming when I fix my mom's car next week. She hit a deer and crumpled the front end of her car. Yeah, fix it yourself. All right. Okay, it's back in the land of Apple logo and not in recovery mode. So that's good. I don't have a backlight anymore because I ripped it off. But I can see the Apple logo. Let's see if we can show you. There you go. see it. All right, now let's see if we can get some touch. Nope, I still don't have touch. I don't think I do anyway. Touch? Any touch? Nope, I don't have touch. All right, so I think I'm gonna hit pause on this. So this is definitely gonna be solvable. So now I think that this would really be appropriate for like it's really a different chapter, a different chunk. So troubleshoot touch, make a board have touch. That means go to the schematics, find touch, work back from it. What's the power for touch? What's the data for touch? Where does it come from? Who are the players that are involved? Because the Mason chip had so much corrosion, I just kind of went with that around the physical area. But, you know, there's a lot of different elements that play to get full touch. Cumulus chip, chestnut chip, little filters, and all kinds of dudes that can fuck up touch. So it's kind of like another, hey, let's start this again and go after just touch. But I would say there's probably a 95% chance that this board will be solvable for data. All we need to do is get touch. I'm going to check over on my my upload. Make sure that's going. Uploading 18%. Awesome. All right, so I think that's probably going to work, which means that I can go to bed. Let me see if there's anything that I need to answer. Lightning keyboard, Jessa. I don't know about that. I have never heard of that working. 1.8 volts. No. Don't sign anything. Let's see. iFixit Revolution. I don't remember that. What is this rubber magnet thing? That doesn't make any sense either. When I have touch not working, I just fix touch. Gotta love a new rabbit hole. Hazelnut chip. Please, bro, upload. Have a good night. It works, I swear, but I can't imagine that would possibly be true. All right. I am going to sign off on live stream. Thank you everybody that stayed up with me so that I could get my video rendered. It is a little bit time sensitive. I wanted to make sure that it gets posted tomorrow, and that I think it will be a really funny one for you guys to watch. So I will look for your comments on that video, and I wish all of you guys a very happy April Fool's Day. Go do something funny and play some jokes. Good night.